Hi knitters, it's Maggie from Knitting in the Park. Obviously it's Christmas. I've got my tree here. I've got my grandma's ceramic tree and my creche or my nativity over my shoulder here. I am in full-on hat making mode. My fingers are, they're holding up okay. They're doing pretty well. Probably because of these two new patterns that I'm launching right now. The Grace hat is live. The Esme hat, which I'm going to show you in a second, will be shortly, I promise. I want to talk to you about the yarn that is included or that these patterns call for. I have found myself in front of this yarn multiple times and I just haven't, it's spoken to me like I've loved the yarn and the colors, but I just haven't had the right pattern to capture the beauty of the yarn. And I finally have them. So the yarn, without further ado, is Buttercream Luxe Alpaca, and this is the angel hair. So if I can show you, I don't know how well this will translate on my phone camera here, but it is a bulky weight yarn that has just these delicate little wisps coming off of the strands of yarn. So when you have it knitted in a completed project, it gives just a really fun, beautiful, soft texture. And when I say soft, this is the softest hat I've ever knit. It's very silky. If you're using really smooth wooden needles or you've got some slippery metal needles, you and are a beginner knitter, you may notice that it's a little bit slippery for you to work with, especially if you're doing like these braided cables or the bobbles that I have in the Grace hat, or the Esme also has the braided cables. But if you can, if you're not worried about losing a stitch here and there, this yarn is one of my new favorites. I mean, it doesn't translate on video, but this is so soft. I mean, if I knew what angel hair would feel like, I imagine it would be something like this. It's warm. I'll drop all of the technical information like yardage and everything in below the video. I sized this down, so I think Buttercream says to use a US size 10 needle for these. For both the Grace hat and the Esme hat, I'm using a US size 8, so it's nice and warm. You don't get, a lot of the holes that sometimes cable hats can create. And it's a hat pattern, because it's bulkier yarn, you can knit these up in about 2 days, give or take the amount of time you spend knitting. I spent 2 days on each of these, knitting on and off. So look for the patterns. The Grace hat is live currently right now. It's got these really fun bobbles in between the braided cables for some texture and definition. It's just super fun, super easy. Instructions for the bobbles are included in the hat, so don't panic if you don't know how to bobble stitch yet. And the Esme, it's getting washed out by my Christmas tree lights. It's a really beautiful shade of light pink. I'm so excited about these hats. They're just so fun. They're so soft. Oh, and the tutorial includes how to make your own faux fur pom-pom, because they're all their age, because they're adorable, but they're also quite expensive. So if you know you're going to be making a lot of hats over the next, I don't know, year or two, I would definitely recommend grabbing some of the faux fur fabric while you're at Joann's picking up the yarn and following along with the tutorial. I also have the video, I'll link that as well, to make the faux fur pom-poms. You'll save money in the long run, I promise. And it's just fun. So, aren't they fun? Oh my gosh, I'm staring at myself in my own video camera because these are my two new favorite hats, hands down. So like I said, this is the Esme. It will be available soon. It uses a slip stitch in between braided cables. Both of them take about a skein and a half to a skein and 2/3. So I would definitely say buy at least 2. If you're overly cautious like me, grab 3 skeins, and then you can always return. If you have a full skein left over, you can always return it when you're done. Better safe than sorry. I have not tried this yarn because it is bulkier. I have not tried it as a yarn pom-pom. I'm just obsessed with these faux fur ones right now because I think they're fabulous. So thank you so much. I am over the top, 100% in love with Buttercream Luxe angel hair yarn. Wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it. Now I'm blown away. Softest, most comfortable hats I've made. Jumping on the bulky yarn train here with this specific yarn. Go grab yourself a couple of skeins, and I can't wait to see what you do with it.